what a disaster. So hopefully this is working. We'll just have to see kind of what happens. So I saw the Coraloo's over. Hopefully the people from the previous one can come over as well. Lella's trying to post something on that stream to let people know to come over to this stream. Okay, so let's start this again. This is Clans of Caledonia. And now I'm all confuzzled over over the stream. So it's going to happen over 5 rounds. At the end of each round, we're going to be scoring, and I'll go through those in a little bit. We are going to be selecting clans here, and let's see. We'll just kind of pick 3 at random. So we're going to have these 3 clans that we're going to go, and we're going to pick first player. So I'm going to shuffle these up, and whoever drops out first is going to be first player. So I'm going to be first player, Lella's going to be second player. So Lella's going to get to choose her clan first. And it looks like we're having video feeds again.
Oh, dear.
If it doesn't work, we'll try this again some other time, but this is, anyway. So, Lella's going to pick one of the clans, and the way this game's going to work, again, over 5 rounds, we're going to be taking turns building up our resources. So, we're going to be taking turns putting our things out, and we're going to have, there's sheep, cow, cheese factories, bread factories, farms, whiskey producing farms or factories, and lumberjacks and miners. They all cost different amounts of coins to put out. Listed across the top of the board here, you probably can't see, it's a bit small, but they range anywhere from 8, which is the cheapest for getting a sheep out, and the most expensive is getting the farms out, which is 18. Anything that's red on the board, you have to pay. So if I want to put a sheep out, I have to pay the sheep cost of 8, and I have to pay the land cost of whatever it says here. Land cost goes from anywhere from 1 to 6. So we're going to be taking turns back and forth, spending our money to get these things out. Once we both passed, we're then going to collect all of our resources. So everything we put on the board, we're going to be collecting resources from. We're going to have some basic resources, which is wool, wheat, and milk. And that's what we're going to be getting from our sheep, cows, and farms. Once we've done that, if we have any manufacturing things, which is our cheese, bread, and whiskey, we can convert what we've collected into bread, cheese, and whiskey. We are going to be able to fulfill contracts. This is going to be one of the main ways we're going to be getting points, is getting these contracts. These contracts will show on the left-hand side what we have to give up and what we get on the right side. These are what are called imports, imports and exports. Whenever we get these, and you'll see as we go through this, we're going to be adjusting these stats here for tobacco, cotton, and sugarcane. At the end of the game, whichever one is the most, furthest up, is actually going to be worth the least amount of points. So it's kind of push or pull of which of these do you want to collect? Because if you have a little bit of something that's worth a lot of points, it's better than having a lot of having lesser points. So it's going to kind of be a push or pull. This is the market. This is where we're going to be able to buy and sell the different goods. These plastic things here will show you what our current
market value
is. We start off with 2 merchants, which basically means we can sell and buy 2 different things. Well, 2 things of something. And we'll kind of go through that as I kind of go through the options. So there are, 9 clients to choose from. So we've picked randomly 3 here. This here is where we're going to be storing our exports that we're working on. Man.
What's it saying?
There's something wrong with the feed. I'm really sorry, people. I don't know what the problem is. It just seems to doesn't like my internet connection tonight. Hopefully we'll go through this and we'll see how it works out at the end. So anyways, as I was saying, we have one thing here that we can store, one uncompleted export-import thing. When we complete it, it's going to be an action. We're going to turn it over. That means we can claim another one. If we take one of these in the first round, we're actually going to get 5 coins for taking them. If we take them in the last round, it's going to cost us 15. So it's going to be very interesting that you're going to be getting more resources later on in the game, but getting the contracts or getting the imports-export is going to be more expensive for you to get. Okay, so people are saying it's okay, so we shall see. Again, I greatly apologize for this. There's going to be some other things that I'll be going through for example, the ports here. If you are close to a port, you can use it. That's what these tokens are for. Each one can be used once. We are going to be able to get more people to buy and sell. We're going to be able to put stuff out. This is what is called your seafaring or lock-faring things. Normally you cannot cross a river unless you have this moved up to there. You can also have up to 4 to be able to go across the locks. Across the lock spaces. So we'll just do this. So the different clients. Client Buchanan gives you another spot where you can have 2 things going at the same time. The money that you either get or spend doesn't double though. So in other words, in this last round, it would normally cost you 15 coins to take one of these. If you have Clan Buchanan and they're both empty, you can take 2, but it's still only going to cost you 15. But it also means that if you took 2 in the first round, you're only going to get 5. Clan Mackenzie is the whiskey maker. So they are able to age whiskey. You can put a whiskey on here. Every time you produce whiskey during the round, you're going to get 3 coins for that. And you're going to be able to age them here, and they're going to come off the board. You know, a little age is going to get you 7. For a lot of age, it's going to be 15. So the longer you keep your whiskey on there, the more age it's going to be, and the more expensive it's going to be. Clan Campbell is going to give you discounts for building the same type of manufacturing. So the first one is going to be -3, then -4, and the last one's going to be -5. And yes, Lan, I wrecked the board because I'm all in a kerfuffle tonight because of the stupid internet's not working properly. Along with these, we have these little markers here, which is just going to show us what our starting goods are going to be. I don't know if you can really see this. They're all slightly different, but for example, that one says I start with a milk, a bread, a wool, and 55 coins. So I'm going first, which means Lella gets to pick the clan she wants to be first.
I'm going to take Buchanan.
So she wants the extra little board. I'm going to take Clan Campbell. So Clan Mackenzie was not taken. So we're going to get my starting resources. Again, I'm going to get 2 milk for this. I'm going to start off with a whiskey and 55 coins. And that can be put aside.
Sticky.
40, 50.
All right.
Okay. Let's quickly go through the actions. First thing you can do is trade. Again, you have 2 merchants here. You can get more by spending coins for an upgrade action. And depending on how many people you put is how many you can buy of a certain thing. So let's say I want to buy whiskey here. Whiskey is currently at 11. If I put those 2 there, I spend 22 coins and be able to get 2 whiskey. I would then adjust this up to for how many I bought. If I only placed 1 person there, I can only buy 1 piece of whiskey. Or 1 barrel. You don't buy a piece of whiskey, you buy a barrel of whiskey. Next thing you can do is obtain a contract, an export contract. Again, you're going to look at the round, and that's the money you're going to either get or spend. You can expand, and expand is really going to be the main thing that we're going to be doing. That's, again, putting these things out onto the board. Then they have to be adjacent to something you already have on the board. And if you have the water ability, it kind of gives you an ability to go across here or across here to kind of have them connected. You can upgrade. So you can upgrade your shipping. Costs 4 coins, you move it up, I can now cross river. Go up here, I can now go across 1 full lock. You can go all the way up to 4 locks. I can upgrade the technology. When we collect our goods, the first thing we're going to be doing is looking at the people on the board. They're going to be able to get us coins. we're going to need as much money as possible, so that's going to be one of the main ways to get out. So you can upgrade the technologies. Normally, the lumberjacks are going to get you 4 coins, and the miners are going to get you 6, but you can upgrade them to now get 6 and then 8. So that's something you can do, and that's going to cost you 10 coins to upgrade those. You can hire a merchant. If I want to buy and sell more, I'm going to get one of those. That's going to cost me 4 coins. I can fulfill a contract. So if I have one of these contracts here, I can give it up. If I have to give up meat, like this first one here, it says I have to give up 3 steaks. I basically have to pull off 3 cows from the board and put them back on my player board. Or I can pass. Whenever I pass, I'm going to go take my marker and put it in the leftmost thing on the next row. So if I'm the first person to pass, I'd go down here and I collect 16 points. Lella's passed second, she'll get 13 points. Next round, I get to go first again. We're going to clean up. We're going to score that for round 1. And this one here says that we're going to be scoring 1 point per upgrade that we have. So again, upgrades are going to be hiring more merchants, upgrading your shipping, or basically getting more money for your people. So now we're going to do the very first thing is going to be putting out 2 people. So it's going to go, since I'm first player, I'm going to either put out a lumberjack or a miner. Lumberjacks have to go on forest. Miners have to go on mountains. So I could not put a lumberjack here, for example. Now I have to pay the lumberjack cost, which is 6, and I have to pay the land cost. So I'm actually going to put out a miner first. So I'm going to put a miner. I'm going to put a miner here. So my miner goes here. Miner costs me 10. The land cost costs me 1, so it's going to cost me 11 coins to put out. So I'm going to do that. Lella's going to go next.
I'm going to put a miner here. So that costs me 11.
Okay. Now, normal rules are when you expand, you have to expand next to where you already are. In this first round, this kind of initial placement, we're allowed to place anywhere on the board. So I went first. Lella gets to go again. Then I'm going to place my last person. So she's going to get a chance to put another. Again, at this point, we're only putting people in.
Oh, people.
Yeah.
I'm going to put another miner out here.
We're so close.
And that's going to cost me 11.
Yeah. So someone was asking if I can put a lumberjack on a half-wood space. Yes. So, for example, here is both a forest and a plain, or a pasture. So pasture can hold basically anything here on your board. The lumberjacks can go here, and there's only one person per hex, one thing per hex. So if I put a lumberjack here, I couldn't put something else in the pasture here. But it could be anything that goes in a pasture or a lumberjack. Here, for example, is only the stuff in the pasture. I could not put one of my people here. If there are spaces that are triple, like this one here, this has both a mountain, a forest, and a pasture. So I can basically put one of anything there. So I'm going to put out two miners. I like getting miners out as well early on because they do get you more gold, and gold is very tight in this game. So I'm going to put my other miner here. That's going to cost me 11. Okay, so that's the initial setup done. So now I'm first player, so now I get to choose what I'm going to do. So I'm going to look over here and figure whether there's anything I can easily do. So I'm taking the obtain 1 export contract. Let's see, I'm going to take this one. So I have to pay or receive the amount that it shows in the first rounds, which is I actually get 5 coins for taking an export contract.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab this one.
And these are not going to be refilled until the end of the round.
And that gives me 5 coins.
Okay, so my clan Campbell gives me discounts for building my manufacturing. So I want to be able to get out my cheese, my bread, and my whiskey manufacturing out. But for me to use cheese, I need to be able to get milk, which means I should probably put out a cow first. So now I'm going to do the expand action. So I now have to expand around my people. I cannot expand here because it's across river, and I don't have any water crossing on my things. So my cow is 9 coins. And I have a lot of expensive pasture around my people. So I'm going to go here. So again, this is forest or pasture. So it's going to cost me 9 for my cow and 5 for that square. So it's going to cost me 14 in total. Take that, and I'm placing my cow there.
Alrighty then. I am going to put out a wheat field here.
Oof.
So wheat field is 18, it's quite pricey. And then I went for the cheapest pasture, so it's 19.
Okay, I need to get some of my lambs out as well. So I think for 12, I'm going to put a lamb here. So 5 and 12.
I'm going to upgrade one of my technologies, so I'm going to upgrade my, what is it, shipping, I guess?
Yeah.
So that cost me 4.
So Lella's now going to be able to...
I can cross a river.
Yeah. Land says it seems like it would be very easy to run out of money very fast.
Yep.
That's the game. Money is extremely tight in this game.
Yep.
Well, I've got a whole 2 coins left. So I could sell something. I could use my merchants to sell goods here. And I might just do that. So I'm going to place, I have 1 whiskey barrel. So I'm going to sell 1 whiskey barrel. So I'm going to place it here. So this is the selling side. This is the purchasing side. So whiskey's currently at 11. So I return my whiskey. And I get 11 coins for that. And because I sold a whiskey, this is going to move down because now there's more whiskey on the market, so it's not going to be worth as much.
All right. I am going to put out a whiskey barrel here. So whiskey cost me 10, and the field cost is 2. So that's 12.
And Len says they doesn't want to jinx anything, but the audio and video are very smooth right now. Good. Because it didn't start off that way. So I appreciate everybody's patience.
Patience, thank you.
Okay, so I might sell a milk. So I'm going to sell my milk. So I'm going to sell 1 milk because I only have 1 merchant left. And I'm going to get 5 coins for it. So I'm going to take 5 coins. And again, I moved it down. It's kind of this market is really interesting because if I sell, let's say I sold a bunch of whiskey, made it very cheap. Well, then Lella can turn around and buy whiskey very cheap.
Yep.
Hans wants to know if I've kickstarted the Transcontinental. You know what? I do not Kickstarter anything anymore. Being in Canada, it is too expensive. Shipping, I don't know what it's like for you in Europe. The shipping to Canada, doesn't matter where it's coming from, it's expensive. And I kind of look at the prices and going, it's more expensive for me to buy it via Kickstarter than it is for me to wait for it to get to the store and get, a 15-20% discount off of that. I have Kickstarted things previously. I have been tempted by some Kickstarters, but I just look at the price and go, I can't justify it. So no, I haven't.
Okay. I think I'm going to do something similar to Graeme, and I'm going to sell a milk. And that is still at 5.
Yeah. Well, because we are, because this is kind of ancient Scottish time, not exactly ancient, it's the coming of the Industrial Revolution. You cannot buy and sell the same thing in the same round. Okay, well, I'm going to try and put another sheep out. I'm going to upgrade. I might put a sheep out. No, I'm not, because that's going to... So I'm going to pay to upgrade. So I'm going to pay 10 coins, and I'm going to upgrade my miners. So instead of getting the 6 per miner I have out there, I'm not going to be getting 8 per miner to get out there. Yeah, Lan, like I said, if you're friends with Canadians, you know that, I don't know, we're a small population that's spread out amongst a very large country. So I kind of understand why shipping is so bad. But just give you a quick little aside here for shipping. We have friends that are in France, and Lella made. If you don't know, she makes glass, and we sent a package to them with some little glass meeples that Lella had made. It wasn't overly heavy. I think it came out to 3 or 4 pounds worth of stuff. It cost us
200.
180.
Yeah.
$180 to ship it to France.
Yeah.
Now, it was either ship it there within a week, or ship it at a slightly cheaper price, like $130, and it would be there in 3 months. So we needed to get it there
Before Christmas.
before Christmas. So $180 to send. It was a box, kind of box like that. It wasn't huge, humongous thing, but yeah, that's. I don't know why, but shipping in Canada really sucks.
I think I'm. Oh wait, I just grabbed another one of this, so I don't know if what you're gonna do next. That was my English. Another one of this, another contract.
So I upgraded. So you got that after I got my upgraded?
Yep.
Okay, I've only got 8 coins, which is not enough to put anything out. But I could. I'm going to upgrade my shipping as well. So I'm going to spend 4 and upgrade my shipping to here.
What?
You took a contract, right?
Yes,
So you get 5 coins for that.
that's my second one, so I don't get a second 5.
It's if you do it at the same time. So
Oh.
for your person later on, you want to be having both of those empty, so you can take 2 contracts for 1 price.
Oh, cool. I'll take that. Okay, so it's still my turn, right?
Yes. So Hans, that sounds interesting. If it is Canadian, I have to check out the things for that then, because if it is in Canada, hopefully the shipping is not too bad. And I do like worker placement, pick up, deliver. So that sounds like a fun game. So, as I was saying, my dad grew up in Scotland. He was in Aberdeen for the first 20-something years of his life. So he grew up in Scotland. I went back with my dad a couple of years ago and researching the family tree. We took pictures of kind of all the gravestones. We kind of did everything else that you kind of do, researching his family, finding out, where they were. And a lot of his family's from Aberdeen. So we went to the Aberdeen Historical Society. And so on my turn, I'm going to pass. So I'm going to go down there. I'm going to collect 16 coins. So we went to the Aberdeen Historical Society. And if you don't know, Scotland is one of the best census, one of the oldest census in the world. So they've been taking census for hundreds of years. So we tracked back our family tree, and my dad recognized a lot of these names. Your family talks about your relatives. And he saw these relatives, and he says, well, I know they have 3 kids. Well, had 3 kids. So we looked back at the census. This is going back to like late 1700s, early 1800s. And we see them in one census with 2 kids. The next census, they're not there. But the census after that, again, every 4 years, they're back in Scotland, and there's a 3rd kid. My dad's like, well, what happened to them? So the guy says, well, maybe they went down to England. And my dad, being a true Scotsman, said, there's no way my family would have gone down to England. There's no reason to leave Scotland. So they checked the English census, and they found my dad's family in England for whoever knows, somewhere, census every 4 years, so they could have been like a maximum of, let's say, 10 or 11 years. And found out that one of the kids was actually more than likely born in England and brought back to Scotland. So my dad wasn't too pleased about that. Someone was asking whether these are real clans. Yes, I can tell you. So, for example, Clan Stewart, and that's also the Clan Stewart Tartan. Stewart is one of the royal clans in Scotland, and the way my family tree works is I'm entitled to wear the Stewart tartan, the Anderson tartan, and there's a 3rd tartan I'm allowed to wear. So yes, my understanding is that these are real clans in Scotland. Unfortunately, there's no Clan Anderson in this game.
No.
So
You're too small.
yes. So we do end of round. So the first thing we do is we're basically just following this little cheat sheet here. First thing we do is collect income. So we look at our board and find out how many people are on the board, and they're going to be collecting income. So I have 2 miners out. Each miner is worth 8 points. So I get 8 coins. So I get 16 coins.
So I have 2 miners and a
Lumberjack.
A lumberjack, but I didn't upgrade, so I get 16 as well.
Next thing we do, we gain our basic resources. So which is the wool, milk, and wheat. So I have 1 sheep and 1 cow out, which means I get 1 wool and 1 milk.
And I have my farm, so I get 2 wheat.
Then we can upgrade. So we can upgrade, we can use our manufacturing, so cheese, bread, and whiskey, to convert our goods into that. So milk becomes cheese, and wheat can either become bread or whiskey. So Lella has 1 whiskey producing thing, so she can actually produce 1 whiskey. I've got no shops manufacturing. Even though manufacturing is cheaper for me, I didn't build any yet. And then we go through the points here. So this one says for every 1 upgrade, you're going to get a point. So I upgraded my miners, so I get a point for that. So I'm going to move my marker up. Lella did her...
You did your shipping too.
Yes, I did my shipping as well. Thank you. So I get 2 points for that.
I just upgraded 1 thing.
Yeah, so she gets 1 for that.
So that's done.
So that's done over, turned over.
Now we refill in contracts.
There's a couple of things I haven't talked about yet in the playing of the game. There's a thing called the neighboring rule, that if I expand next to Lella, I can actually buy the goods at a cheaper price, and the ports. And we're not close to the ports yet. So when we get close to there, we won't do that. So, Line says, I would be awful playing this game. Who needs bread when you can make whiskey? Unfortunately, it's true. People can't exist on whiskey alone.
Oh, with what they try.
Okay, so I passed first, so I still get to go first. So I'm going to spend 12. So I'm going to spend 8 for my sheep, and then 4 to put it here. And because I have the river crossing, I can build across the river. So that cost me 12 coins. Oh, forgot to take our merchants back.
Okay, I'm going to fulfill this contract, so I have to submit a wool, bread, and a whiskey barrel. And so the tobacco goes up 2, and that's 4 hops, and that's points towards the end of the game. So then I just turn this over.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. So I now have 2 sheep on the board, so I'm going to do 2 lamb chops. Those are going to come off. So I needed to give up 2 sheep. So tobacco goes up by 2 again. The second symbol means I can place on the board where I have to pay for this cost, but I don't have to pay for the land cost. So I'm low on money. So I need to get more people out. So I'm going to put another person out here. That's just going to cost me the person amount. I don't have to pay for the land, and that's going to be 1 hops at the end of the game.
Okay. Money's really tight right now.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to try this one here. So I don't get any money and I don't pay any money this round.
I need to start using my ability down here,
Yep.
building up things. How on earth did I not have so much money? I might go for broke. Okay, so if my clan ability is the manufacturing cost me less. So the first one is going to be 3 less. So instead of paying 8 for the cheese, I'm going to only spend 5. And I'm going to place it on this pasture here, which is 4. So it's going to cost me 9 in total.
All right. I am going to... I am going to put out another miner over here for 12, because I need income.
Yeah. I am going to sell my wool for 4.
Right. Put out a sheep. Actually, I'm going to put out a miner here, or not a miner, a lumberjack. So that is 7 coins.
I'm going to do the same thing, but mine's also going to cost me 7. So I'm going to put a lumberjack in this forest. So 6 plus 1 for the spot is 7. 5, 6, 7. I need you to buy milk. I need you to push the price of milk up.
I don't really need milk right now. Sorry to tell you. 8. All right, I'm going to put a little sheepy here. So that's 8 plus 3. That's 11.
Okay, I'm going to take a contract. I'm going to take this one. And again, this round doesn't cost us anything.
And I'm going to go over here and sell my wheat for 5. Woohoo!
Shut that down. I got milk. I got milk to sell, but nobody wants my milk. I need milk to turn into cheese, but I'm going to get a milk anyway. So I am going to sell this. I'm going to sell it for 4. Drop it down to 3.
I'm going to upgrade my shipping. So I can now cross. I'd be able to cross this, right?
What's your shipping?
2, 1?
Yes.
Okay.
So if Lella builds here, she'd be 1 away from this port, and she can activate this port anytime on her turn, and it's basically a free action. She's going to get 10 coins for that one. But it's once per game she can do that. So Cora Lou actually is giving up going to get milk tonight, so she's foregoing having cereal tomorrow morning to watch us. So we appreciate that.
Man, as a cereal addict, that's awesome, dude. That's love, I'm telling you.
I am going to spend 4 and take out another merchant.
All right, since I've got 1 coin and not much else to do, I shall pass to get myself 16 coins.
Well, I've got 2 coins, so I think I'm also going to pass and get 13 coins. Yeah, this game is all about the comings and goings of money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, So then we do income. So the first thing we do is we look at the people. So again, I have upgraded, so I got 24 and 4, so I get 28 coins.
So I have 18 plus 8, so 26.
So 24, 28, 28. Then we collect our basic goods. So I collect 1 milk.
Wool and 2 wheat.
And because I have a cheese factory out there, I'm going to convert. I can choose either milk. Doesn't have. Can be the one I just picked up. I can convert that to cheese.
Converting to whiskey.
Some good Scottish cheese. Pizza for breakfast. Oof. Haven't had that in a long time.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah. Okay, and then we score here. So this is for every cotton, tobacco, and sugarcane you have in completed export contracts. You're going to get points for that. So I think both Lella and I have 2. So I have 2. Yeah, Lella's got 2. So that goes over. So now we are starting the 3rd round.
Well,
yeah, you can. If you can get all your workers out, you're getting a lot of money. But then it also means you don't have a lot of other things out.
oops,
And
we didn't grab our guys.
I did not. And Lella's going to be first this round. So, back to my Scottish dad. So a little while ago, my parents decided to do the Ancestry.ca, the DNA thing. And so my dad was born in Scotland, my mom was born in England. And they both did it. So my mom came back and she is 98 or 99% English, which is funny because her dad had been in Canada for, we think, at least 3 generations. But her dad also came from England. My dad, remember, he's Scottish, lives his entire life in Scotland, can trace his family tree back hundreds of years in his hometown of Aberdeen, came back as less than 50% Scottish. Came out 50% English and like 48% Scottish/Irish. I'm assuming because the populations are so small, they don't differentiate, but he's more English than he is Scottish. He was not happy.
It was awesome. Your go.
Okay, I need to get a cow out. So I'm going to spend 11. I'll put a cow out here. Oh, and because we are playing with 2 players, this very outside, anything that's got these little clouds on it, we can't go on. So this is as far this way as I can go. So I cannot place anywhere here.
I'm going to fulfill this contract, so I have to give up my 2 whiskey barrels. The tobacco moves up 2, and I get 10 coins.
Did you buy a whiskey?
I did.
Did you adjust this?
No. Sorry. So I get 10.
Did I play this game with my dad? No. My dad's not a gamer. He's
No.
it's just not his thing. Okay, I am going to get another sheep out, or another cow out. I'm going to spend 9 plus 4 is 13. You can place another cow out here.
Okay, so I'm going to place a cow here. So they cost 9 plus 1 is 10. But I'm going to immediately, is that a separate turn or is it
No, it's an
automatic?
It's
Okay.
a free thing.
So I'm going to use the port here, which gives me back 10 coins. So that's kind of like getting that for free, which works for me.
Okay. I am going to buy... I don't know why bread is always so expensive. We're spending all of our wheat on making whiskey, that's why. So I'm going to buy 1 bread for 10. Very expensive bread. Move that up.
All right, I am going to put out the final miner here. So that's going to be for 12.
Okay, so I'm going to complete this contract. I need to take off 3 cows, so 1, 2, 3. And I need 1 bread. So I'm going to return this bread. And I get sugar cane goes up 4. Did you get a point for going across
No, I
there?
didn't.
Rulebook says you can't take it after.
Too bad.
This says I get 2 upgrades.
Well, that's good.
So I'm going to upgrade that for 1. And upgrading this is going to reduce the cost in half. So instead of 10, it's going to cost me 5, or I can get another merchant out. I'm going to upgrade this for 5. So it costs me 5, and the last thing is I get 10 coins.
Okay. So I'm going to fulfill this. Oh, no, I cannot. Never mind. Actually, I will. I'll go over here and buy a wool for 4. There we go.
Yeah, better half review. If you get a chance, I would highly recommend
What?
kinds of. They were saying that this is a great game they keep hearing about, but have never tried.
Well, I enjoy it.
Yeah. And it's actually not that difficult. I mean, it's putting stuff out, collecting income, upgrading it, and fulfilling contracts. That's about it. There's nothing really difficult about the game. But there is, you kind of have to be thinking about what you want to do, which I'm not doing, which is why I'm not doing that well right now.
That's what he always says, and then he ends up winning.
I want to. I'm going to spend 12 so 6 for this, and then 6 to put them there.
All right, so
So of course, haggis has come up. We have it haggis every year, and
it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's not something I want.
It's not hideous.
Yeah, it's not something I want to eat every day.
No,
But I don't mind haggis.
yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a moo cow and a sheep and give up my 2 wool to fulfill this contract. So cotton's on the board now for 3. I get a free upgrade, so I'm going to upgrade my miners so I can take advantage of better income.
So you get it for half price.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. I conveniently forgot about that. Okay.
Really? Dean's not even here, and Cora Lou's now jumping on the Lella's got to win bandwagon. Okay, I have no contract, so I want to get a contract. I want to get one with cheese. So I think I'm going to take this one. Again, I cannot take that one. I do not have enough money to get it, because it now costs 5. So I'm off to market. And I'm going to sell my cheese. And I get 10 for that. So I get 10 coins, and cheese goes down.
So I am going to grab a couple of contracts as well.
So again, with Lella's special ability, because she took Clan Buchanan, she can take 2 of these contracts and only pay the 5 coins.
Which is what I'm going to do as soon as I shall take this one and something else that's take this one. So that cost me 5.
And I'm going to take this one. I can take that one. That's also going to cost me 5.
What's that?
Land says that they're on my side because of I'm distracted by the stream.
No. They're on your side?
Yeah.
Well, you should tell them about my DNA test.
Okay, so as I'm telling you about my dad's DNA test, Lella also did the 23 and me thing, and
for years I've been saying, my parents were from Italy, and their towns were 1 kilometer apart. So I used to say that I'm so purebred, I'm inbred. Well, I got my genetics back, and I can't call myself Italian anymore. I'm actually 51% Franco-German and 47% Italian. So I was shocked. But apparently, when I talked to I have an older brother, he said that the old folks used to say that our family hailed from France. So I don't know. I haven't done the lineage yet, so I don't know. Anyway, I was really shocked by that. Okay, see, that threw me now. I'm all frazzled now because, my non-Italianness.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put out a cow here for 10.
So Lillian, is that natto or natto? Natto, the fermented soybean. That one I don't know about.
I don't know about that.
I haven't had Marmite. I'm not so sure I want Marmite, but
What is Marmite?
Marmite is the famous in Australia. Comes in like a little jar. It's like this. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's the yeast from. It's a byproduct. It's a yeast byproduct from making something. I can't remember what it is.
Oh.
So back to me. Eh? So I can build.
Well, my dad used to eat tripe. I actually used to leave the house when I'd have haggis any day over tripe.
Okay, because of my Clan Campbell ability, it allows me to make the same building cheaper. So my second one is going to be -4, so I'm going to build another cheese one. So instead of 8, it's going to cost me 4. It's going to go there for 5. There. Oh, natto. This Japanese.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, I'm going to put out a lumberjack over here. And so that cost me 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay, and I am going to pass because no one wants my stale old milk for only 3 coins. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hoard it. Maybe just naturally make it into cheese. So I'm going to go pass first, which is going to get me 16 coins.
And I will pass for 13. Okay.
Okay.
So
now we do income. So both of my people are upgraded. So I got 24 for my miners and 12 for that, which means I got 36 coins.
Wow. So I get 24 and 12.
It's 36.
There's never enough money.
No.
It's like real life.
Okay, then we get our basic things. I get nothing. I don't have any basics out.
I get 2 wheat and a milk.
Yeah, that's one thing we didn't say is the fields always produce. That's the only thing that produces double. And then we go to the upgrades. So I have an old stale milk, which I'm going to turn into cheese from one of my cheese. My other cheese factories
whiskey.
is sitting empty. Okay, then we score. So for every tile we're on that's worth 5 or 6, that's cost 5 or 6 to place on it, we're going to score 2 points.
Oh.
So I'm on 1 there.
I'm on 1.
Okay, so we both get 2 points. I agree with you. There should be an ice cream expansion for this. Okay, so now I'm starting to get some money in. Oh, always forget to take our people back. And you know what? I'm actually going to go here. And sorry, wrong side. I'm actually going to purchase 3 milk. For 9.
You've been complaining all this time, and now you're purchasing.
Well, you know what? I've decided to shift my focus, shifting my business paradigm to making cheese. So I've got 3 milk for that, which means this goes up 3. So 1, 2, 3. And the Anderson Dairy shutting down, and the Anderson Cheese Market's opening up.
All right, I'm going to put something. put bread bakery over there.
Okay, well, since again, my cheese is going to be -4, so I'm going to spend 8. Oh, is that cheese? Okay, yeah.
What does my shipping need to be to connect to that?
It have to be 2. You go 1, 2, and you're next to it.
Also have to move it up one more?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I'll do. Move up my shipping, which means I can grab this. So is that 3 points?
Yeah, you get 3 points and you get 1 upgrade.
So 1, 2, 3, and I shall upgrade my lumberjacks.
Yes, to make Scottish shortbread cookies, you need a lot of butter.
Oh yes.
My mom makes those every year.
They're delish.
Yeah. That's funny. If you like shortbread, so my mom makes very crumbly shortbread.
Is that a discount for 5? Yes, it is, right?
Sorry, it's a.
Is it like a 5 off?
Oh, an upgrade to this is always 5.
5 off? Okay,
Yeah.
just asking.
So my mom makes very light, wafery kind of shortbread, which I love. I have a friend at work. She makes shortbread and it's very dense and hard. If you've ever had Walker shortbread, I find those harder than what my mom makes. My mom's are literally melt in your mouth. So that's the type I prefer. I don't know if anybody in the chat likes their shortbread, what they prefer. Okay, doesn't put out sheet. So I'm going to put out a sheet for 8, plus 1 is 9. Put out a sheep here. Didn't mean to make you hungry for shortbread, but yeah, I do love shortbread.
10, so that's 8, 12, right?
Yeah. So now it's going to come in the neighboring rule. Lella has built next to one of my things, so she can actually buy cheese from me now. It works the same way. She have to use her things from here, but she's going to get a discount of -3 if she wants to do that. Everything, the board still shifts the same, this is a one-time deal. When she built here, it's the time she gets to buy my cheese.
So I'll buy 2 cheese.
Yeah, so it's going to be 6 each because it's going to be 9 minus 3.
So that's 12.
Yeah. Okay, and she bought 2 cheese, so that does with that up. So that neighboring rule is quite handy.
Yes.
So I'm going to put out for 10, 11, I'm putting up my last minor. Okay, so Lillian, I've had both the New York cheesecake and Japanese style cheesecake. I don't know what you prefer, but I prefer the New York cheesecake to the Japanese cheesecake. Maybe it's because that's what I grew up with, but I had the Japanese one just a couple of years ago, and it was different. It was a lot eggier, but it was I don't know. I like the original cheese. Well, what I would consider original cheesecake for us North Americans. So the line was asking whether you can do that again to buy the cheap cheese. No, it's only when you build.
Yeah.
When she placed it, it's the only time she gets to do it. Now, if she built here, she could do it again, but with that placement is how she got to do the discount for the neighboring bonus.
Yeah. So I've passed.
Okay, so I need to put another sheet out. So I'm going to spend 11. I'm going to put a sheep out here, so it's 8 for the sheep and 3 for the spot. Lella's already passed. And don't do that just yet. I have 6 left. Don't have enough. Can't buy cheese. So I think I'm going to pass as well. Yeah, so I'm going to pass and get 13. Okay, so now we do income.
So I'm upgraded on both, so 32 and 18.
32 and 12, so 44.
Okay.
You do your basic things. So I get 2 wool.
Milk, 2 of these. Give in
Then I'm going to give in
this and this.
that for my 3 cheese. You get 3 cheese. See, look at this Anderson cheese making. I guess this is first player. We haven't even passed in the round, but that's first player.
Oh, I forgot to do cheese. There we go.
Okay, so we've done our manufacturing, so now we go through here. So this is for every one of these you have on the board, you're going to get a point. So it's every, pretty sure that's right. For each of your deployed sheep, cows, cheese dairies, bakeries, and distilleries, and 2 glory for each field. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Oh, Stroop waffles. I like Stroop waffles too.
Which ones?
I don't think you've ever had them. They're like 2 thin cookies, like the caramel in between. They're kind of gooey, and you put them over like a hot drink, and it warms them all up. You eat this nice warm gooey cookie. Those are good too.
I don't think I've had one.
Okay, need to concentrate on game, not on food. Okay, so that's the round is over. Now we're going into the final round. Things aren't looking too good.
No. I'm first.
You are first.
Oh, get our guys back. Guys back.
Oh, yes, comes back. Oh, butter tarts. Love butter tarts.
Oh, love butter tarts. Okay. I am going to go over here and buy myself very expensive Scottish bread. Ridiculous price.
So 22.
And I'll take 2 bread. Ugh.
Okay, I'm going to turn in this contract. So I need to have 1 sheep and 2 cheese. And sugarcane's going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And because it crossed over that, I get a coin. I get 1 upgrade. So I'm going to go with my shipping. And 1 hops for the end of the game.
All right. So I'm going to do this one first. So that's 2 bread and a cheese. So cotton goes up 3. 1, 2, 3. I get a coin. And I get to place something. I shall place a cow here. So that's 9. But I don't pay that, right?
Yeah, you just paid for the...
So I get a coin back. Okay.
Okay, I want to build... Okay, so my last cheese one is going to be at a -5, so it's going to cost me 3 to build that, 3 to place it there, so I'm going to spend 6 coins. Get the last of the Anderson cheese shops out. See, I do like mint enamel bars.
Okay. I'm going to fulfill this one, so Moo Cow comes back. A cheese and 2 whiskey. So sugarcane goes up 4. I get a coin for that. And I get 5 coins.
Okay, I'm going to spend 15. It's a very expensive export contract to buy, but I'm going to buy this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, final round. It's expensive stuff.
All right, so I too am going to spend 15. I'm going to grab 2. I shall grab this one. And
So for all the people on chat that aren't from Canada, have you guys ever had a butter tart? I understand that they're basically a Canadian thing.
or North American.
No, I've heard that they're Canadian
Really?
invention. Yeah.
I'll take cows.
I have a feeling that this game is not going well for me. Okay, so I'm going to spend 4. And I'm going to bring out another person.
I'm going to spend 5 to get another merchant.
Okay, I'm going to spend 4. And with that, I'm taking this action here. So my shipping is up, so I can use that. So this means I can adjust the market by 3 spots when I do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, sorry, I want purchase. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to spend 12. Buy 4 of these, which puts us up to 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I'm going to go here and buy myself some whiskey.
So butter tarts can be controversial. Raisins or no raisins? I love raisins. I love raisins in everything. So I'm always pro raisin. Pro raisin, no nuts though. Do not like nuts in my butter tarts.
Don't get them started.
No. So you went.
I did.
I'm turning in this one. So I'm turning in 6 wool. So it's going to go up 3.
All right, I'm going to turn in this one. So bread, cheese, and whiskey. Sugarcane or tobacco goes up 3. I get a coin for passing. I get 2 free upgrades.
So Lance says I should buy all the whiskey. And you know, after how terribly I'm doing this game, I might have some whiskey after this.
I'll take 2 merchants, and I get 10 coins. Sweet!
Okay, I'm going to spend 15. And take this one.
Okay, I need to put out a cow. Trying to find cheap pasture. Should put the cow here. So that's 12.
Okay, got 2 cheese. I can turn this in. So that gets me 1 on the sugarcane. And 8 coins. Okay, Scottish or Irish? I'm assuming you meant for whiskey, Scottish. I can see it. One of my favorite ones is one called Cragganmore. I usually get, when my dad goes, if I can convince him to bring a bottle back, he brings a bottle back of the distiller. I think it's called Distiller Select. It's a black label, but that's one of my favorite whiskeys.
Can I place here? Or does it have to go there?
I believe with your shipping, you can go one away, yes.
Just 1 coin left. So that's 10. 12.
Okay, so I'm going to put out. Am I putting bread out? I don't think so. It's cheaper. So this is. So it's 5. So I'm going to spend 9. Place that there. Not exactly sure how we ended up on food on a gaming podcast, on a gaming stream.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this one in. So my 3 cows come back. So cotton goes up 3. What's that?
Did you put cotton up?
Yeah, just did.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see. Minus 4, so it's going to be 4. So I'm going to spend 8. And I'm going to put another bread here. So technically, I could use the neighboring thing and buy. Actually, I can't. She's only got people there, so I can't buy anything.
I'm going to send these 2 to market to sell my 2 wheats for
So 8 coins.
8.
Sold 2
2.
of those. Let's go down. I got 3 coins left. I don't have anybody to. I got nothing to sell. So guess what? I am going to pass. So I get 16 coins.
I'm going to put out my... Oh, I can't! Darn! Foiled! Shoot.
I didn't know Bonding Board Games has a whiskey channel. I know there's which one's Bonding with Board Games? Is that the Chief? I know he does a whiskey one. There's a Scottish electrician I watch on YouTube. His brother has a whiskey channel which I sometimes watch as well.
11. And then I'll pass.
Okay. So basically the game is over. We're gonna go through the last resource generation thing because it is going to be worth points. So money, 32. So I get another 44.
32 and 24.
Ooh, 58. Oh, sorry, 56.
56. Okay.
Okay, then we do the basic stuff. I get 1 wool.
So I get 2 wheat.
And then your upgrading stuff, your manufacturing.
1 of these for whiskey. 1 of that
For bread.
for bread. And I can convert this
Cheese.
to cheese. 1 of each.
And we go down here, which is going to get 2 points for every person you have out. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for me. So 23. And Lella has all of her people out, so she gets 16 points. 16, 30. Okay. Now we do the depressing part of scoring. Okay, so we have a nice little score sheet here. So put down. So quick guesses. Hold on. Go show that. Quick guesses who's going to win before I start adding this all up. So the first thing we do is we have our points from here. So Lella had 30, and I had 23. See, no one's guessing yet because they all know that you've won. You get 1 point for every basic good you have. So I get 1 point for that 1 basic good.
No.
Lella doesn't have any basic goods. Each manufactured good is worth 2.
So I have 6.
So Lella gets 6 points, I get none. For every 10 coins, it's a point. 6.
7.
Oh, sorry. Lella gets 7. I get 6. We're going to go through these, and each hops that you have is going to be worth 1 point. So 5,
12.
The two most important questions is Graeme wearing a kilt? No, I'm not wearing a kilt. I actually do not own a kilt. Okay, so now we go through here. What happens if it's a tie? So I'm just got to quickly check the rules. Okay, so if there's a tie, cotton is the rarest, followed by tobacco, then sugarcane. So sugarcane is the most common. So sugarcane is going to be worth 3 points. So we're going to look up all of our things here, and look up all the sugarcane. Each sugarcane we have is going to be worth 3 points.
So I have 4 sugarcane.
So Lella gets 12 points for sugarcane. I've got 4, 7, 8, so I get 24 points for sugarcane. So then tobacco is the next most common one, so that's going to be worth 4 points.
I have 7 tobacco.
So 7 times 4 is 28. I've got 5, so I got 20. Then cotton is the least. I have no cotton, which means Lella's got it all, so Lella gets 9 times 5. Lella gets 45 points for cotton, I get nothing. We then look at our imports. Who's ever got the most imports is going to get 8 points, which is going to be Lella. Then we look at the, what are they called? Colonies? No, settlements, that's it, settlements farm. So we're going to look at who has the most settlements. So a settlement is a connected group of your own buildings that's not crossing water. And basically, you're going to look at how many of them are going to be reachable to each other. So for example, this here is one settlement. This is another settlement. That's a settlement. That one by itself is a settlement, and that's a settlement there. Because I have a shipping of 2, all my settlements are connected. So I got 1 settlement, 2 settlement, 3 settlement, 4 settlement, 5 settlements.
I think you've got it.
Lella's got 1 settlement, 2 settlement, 3 settlements, but those are not connected, so those don't count. And then she's got 1, 2, 3 settlements. So I have the most settlements. I won 1 category. Woohoo! So I get 12 points for that, and Lella gets 0. So we just add these all up. So Lella gets 30, 36, 43, 53, 55, 95, 100, 128, 138, 140. So Lella has 148. That's it. That's what I think we should just call it there. 23, 24, 30, 39, 59, 79, 89, 91, 95. So Lella won with 148 to my 95. I think that is by far the worst score I've had in a long, long time.
You were frazzled.
So let's see. Yeah, the Yum Box. I keep on looking at that. So Cora Lou says, "Yay, Lella."
Thank you.
Yes, Lella resoundingly beat me this game. I will say that last game we played, Lella did not beat me by that much. She only beat me by 6 points last time.
But usually he wins.
So, again, sorry for the... great, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lan. And I'm glad if... Hopefully you liked what you saw, and I hope you do go out and get the game, because it is a lot of fun. And again, very sorry for the beginning. I don't know what was happening with my internet connection, but hopefully it looks like everything kind of smoothed out and you were able to watch the game.
Tell them what's coming up in February.
Oh, yes. So we talked on the last time about what game we're going to do next. So we were going to do a Feld this time, but we decided that we're going to do Feld in February. We'll call it Felduary. So we're going to do 2 games in February for Felduary. So we're going to do Bonfire, which will probably be next, and then we'll do Trajan, which is my favorite game of all time, at the end of the month. Yeah, so look for Bonfire in 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that will be Trajan. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and it's been great talking about food in the chat. So maybe we'll give out more recipes next time. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.